in your life, what gives you hope for the future? What helps you to continue to have hope for the future?
One of the main things, again, I'm isolated to America just because that's where we live, is America has been through some tough times and we're still here, right?
Yeah.
And so that being one of the main things, you know, it's terrible now, but it was really bad before this, and it was really bad before that. You know what I mean? And somehow, some way, we still managed to go forward. You know what I mean? And I think that spirit is in a lot of us and the citizens here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, no matter what happens, you know, it might get a little ugly. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But, you know, we're still here.
Yeah, no, I hear, like, you know, my listeners, if you don't know, I live in Philadelphia. That's where we are right now filming this podcast. I hear a lot of negative criticism about Philadelphia. I mean, my car did get stolen, so there's definitely some reasons to have criticism about Philadelphia. But I hear a lot of mixed things. Like, I hear some people say they love Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. And I hear some people say it's falling apart. It's going bad. Like, you shouldn't live there. It's a bad idea to live there. But when I look around, granted, I do see some decline, you know, like not too far away. There's some streets where there's heroin needles on the ground everywhere you go. Like, it's pretty sad. But when I walk around, I also do see people like trying to rebuild.
Right.
And that's what gives me hope. Like, I kind of look around me and I'm like, okay, there are some things that need rebuilding, but then I also see people like planting flowers. I see people cleaning the streets. I see people, and it's a lot to keep up with. They got to do a lot. Man, like it's I don't know what the balance is. Like, there might be more of the needles on the ground than there are the people cleaning them, but they're there.
Right,
you know, they're there and they're
exactly.
trying to fix it. And that's what gives me hope, is like when I look around and I see somebody trying to do something.
Right. And I think what happens is, it's, unless you're really looking, you're really not going to see that.
Yeah.
And the main reason is because the bad people are always the loudest. Right? The stupidest people are always the loudest.
Yeah.
The most radical people are always the loudest, but they're always the minority too. You know what I mean?
They're just loud.
They're just louder. You know what I mean? And again, if you really look and pay attention, there's more of us out here doing good and trying to move it forward than the other. And the proof is that we're still here. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's just, again, you know, just gotta, you know, I don't know how you be louder than those crazy people like that. You know what I mean?
I think it's also important to hold that standard within yourself to do better, because I do have a lot of friends or people that I know that I hear saying the world is so up, like I might as well give up.
Right.
I might as well just be depressed, play video games, you know, not make anything of my life, because what's the point? It's all deteriorating. But it's like, if you don't, this is cliche, I don't want to be cliche on here, but it's what's the old thing? It's be the change you want to see.
No, facts.
Be the change you want to see. Like, if you're not happy with what you see around you, your presence is not minor.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't, like, it affects people. You know what I mean? Like, if you're taking care of yourself and you're going out and displaying that, people notice that.
They do. You
know, and people want to, sometimes they want to change when they see that. So I don't think it's a minor thing for one individual to hold that standard within themselves, you know?
And it's funny that you say that. That was one of my things my dad always had said to me. And he's like, you can't really force change on people. He was like, the best thing to do is just go out and live your life, and other people will notice, and it'll hit something on the inside, like, oh, like what they doing, like, oh man, hold up, that mirror will get held up, you know what I mean, and then they have to make it that change, you know, for themselves, by themselves. You know what I mean?
Like, you can't tell them, but just by living a certain kind of life, like that happened to me with one of my friends on Instagram. So like, whenever I do my workouts, I'll post like my list of the workout, and sometimes I'm like, am I being like annoying, or am I like being narcissistic? Like, I just want people to see my workout, but I just do it to like kind of hold myself accountable. Like, no, like if I put this on here, it'll make me want to do it again, because now they expect me to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like an accountability thing. And then I doubted myself, and then I remember I ran into a friend that I hadn't seen for 6 months, and he looked like ripped.
Oh wow.
I was like, damn. And I was like, I asked him, I was like, you look great, like what are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna be honest, he's like, I saw your post and like I had to get to the gym. And I was like, so like, it goes to show, like, even if you think you're being arrogant by displaying yourself a certain way. Like, no, I just helped him. He could have been in a depressed state of mind. He could have hated his body, and he like turned his physical situation around, you know, because he was out of shape before and like not looking good, and now he looks great. So
the other crazy part about that is that'll happen to people you'll never even meet or know.
Yeah, like I know him, but that could have happened to
somebody you have no clue. You'll probably never meet them throughout your life, but you changed their lives and you have never known it. Yeah, that's the crazy part.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're 100% correct. That's, again, it kind of goes to prove the point that we just said. It's like, be cliche as it is, be the change you want to see.
Now, I would say as I got older,